study social sciences, right? They tell us that you got about 10 seconds to make a first impression. What I gave you was about, and except for some of the blue stuff, because I just can't give you only 10 seconds of this stuff. You guys just got to help educate you. Anyway, but I give you about 10 seconds of clips of various different things, musical artists performing. And what's interesting is regardless of whether you knew who John Lee Hooker was, whether you knew who Odetta was, whether you knew who Adele was, you were making judgments about their voice, their quality, what their hair looked like, what they wore. You kind of even already begin to think of, that might be something cool to listen to. Or, I don't want to listen to that. That's ridiculous. You start making all these judgments, you know, all in that much time. Church opener videos, right? You start making judgments about that church, whether they're contemporary, whether they're, traditional format, whether they really want people there, who they kind of minister to, and you begin to start making judgments within 10 seconds, they say, of walking in. Now, if that be true about just sitting across the table or shaking somebody's hand for the first time, then how much more is it true when somebody drives up to our campuses for the first time and comes up to your door for the first time and walks into the auditorium for the first time? They're making judgments all along the way about LifeChurch.tv. And whenever you first meet someone, how important is the first impression? When I stand on stage and have the honor to get to do that for Craig, I'm going to tell you something that goes through my mind. Here's what I think. Craig does this. I'll just tell you from my perspective. Whenever I go to work on a message, I know this is true for Craig, you pour hours and hours and hours and hours of time trying to think about what you're going to say, how you're going to say it, where you're going to pause, where you're not going to pause, where you're going to yell, where you're not going to yell, where you're going to make a joke, all these different things, right? You put all this time and energy into it. And when I was going in to do better, we just got out of, I remember right before I got on stage, this is what I was thinking. I watched the opener video, and I thought, you know what? And then I'll see JT get off stage, and I'm thinking of the fact that, Justin just got off